In 2003, my grandfather gave me my first volume of manga, and little did he know that in 2021 it would lead to all of this. So I recently received my 3,000th volume of manga, and I decided that would be a good opportunity for me to not just make another library tour video so people can see, what I've got and how things are organized, but also because I've been wanting to make a video to show my new organization, to show the new setup that I have. And I've shown it on my TikTok page, if you follow me there. I've shown glimpses of how things look in here, but I haven't given a look totally about everything that's in here and how things have changed on my YouTube channel. And so I thought that hitting 3,000 volumes of manga would be the perfect opportunity to give you a look around my library so you can have this first-person hands-on look at everything and how it's set up. And also because one of the comments that I've been seeing come up a lot in my videos is basically people asking, how do you not run out of room? And I wanted to give a look at what I've done, my organization strategies that I've done to create space. And not only that, but talk about what my strategies are going to be as I move forward, because obviously I'm not done collecting just because I hit 3,000. I've got the entire rest of my lifetime to continue collecting books and manga, comics, etc. So let's go ahead and take a look at my library, how it looks now with 3,000 plus volumes of manga. All right, so I like to start the tour over here in my Shonen Jump section. So that starts with this short shelf, and then it goes into these shelves over here, all the way through to this skinny shelf. So let's start at the top and let's see what I have in the Shonen Jump section. So at the top I have the completed oversized stuff. I like to separate my completed from my incomplete from the ongoing stuff because that makes it easier for me to really put new books in whenever I got new stuff. So I also have some Dragon Ball figurines and figures over here. So we have Revolutionary Girl Utena, All You Need Is Kill, Death Note, the Black Editions, Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball Z Vizbigs. We've got the Black Clover series next to that. Oh, and Time Killers. So Black Clover, and then Blue Exorcist, and the first several volumes of Boruto. Now coming back around this way, that continues at the top here. We have the rest of Boruto, Chainsaw Man, D-Gray Man, Dr. Stone, Dragon Ball Super, Hunter x Hunter, first hardcover of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure Golden Wind, Jujutsu Kaisen, Mashal, Moriarty the Patriot, and My Hero Academia. And then down here on the next row, My Hero Academia, the Team Up Missions, and One Piece volumes 1 through 97. We've got One Punch Man, a new addition to the library with Twin Star Exorcists, and you'll see these backwards books a lot in my collection. These are filler books, they're space holders. So basically, whenever I don't have a book yet in a collection where I have the majority of the set, I'll use something like an old damaged copy of a book, a double copy of a book that I have, or a book from a series that I've dropped but still have the series in my collection. I use those to just fill space so that once I get those volumes, so once the volume 14 and 16 that I've ordered come in the mail, I'll just insert them into the shelf. So after that, we've got Spy Family, and coming down here, the rest of Spy Family, Undead Unluck, and World Trigger is the last of the ongoing stuff. I'm not caught up on World Trigger yet, but then we go from the ongoing series into the concluded or discontinued titles. We have Assassination Classroom, Astra Lost in Space, Bakuman, Barrage, Beat the Vandal Buster, Black Cat, Black Torch, Bleach, and then Bleach continues over on this side. So there's the rest of Bleach, Bobobo, Buso Renkin, Claymore, Kawa, Demon Slayer, Dragon Drive, and you can see I'm missing a couple volumes of that one. I should hopefully get those soon. Dr. Slump, Eye Shield 21, and Food Wars, and then the last few volumes of Food Wars are over here. And Genkaku Picasso, Gintama, which I'm missing currently 4 volumes of, I did collect that one back when it first was coming out, and then I sold the series. I've explained this before, but I sold it because it was discontinued, and I decided more recently that I wanted to add it back into the collection, and it's been fun to try and collect them. I'm actually planning on making a video about my process of how I'm going about collecting these volumes, since it is a series that is a little bit harder to find. Anyway, moving on, we've got Gunblaze West, Haikyuu, Hikaru no Go, Hoshinengi, Aizu, and I'm missing that last volume of Aizu, so hopefully I can find that at some point in the near future to complete that set. Jaco the Galactic Patrolman, Juni Taisen Zodiac War, Knights of the Zodiac, Kurohime, Kuroko's Basketball, and then we move down to this row. We got the rest of Kuroko's Basketball, Legends, Muyo and Roji, My Hero Academia Smash, Naruto, all of Naruto, the Chibi Sasuke Sharingan Legend spinoff, Nura, Rise of the Yokai Clan, Platinum End, and we just got one more volume of Platinum End that's going to come out in the near future. So I decided to put it down into the concluded stuff already just to make things easy. And then Pretty Face, Siren, the first like half. And then going down over here, we get the other half of Siren next to Prince of Tennis and Promised Neverland, Ralgrad, Rosario Vampire Seasons 1 and 2, Rurouni Kenshin, Samurai 8, Sandland, School Judgment, and the original Shaman King from Shonen Jump, Tegami Bachi, and Toriko. And then the rest of Toriko is down here. We have Toriko as well as Ultimate Muscle, and Ultimo, Wak Wak, Whistle, the 3-in-1 editions of the Yu-Gi-Oh! Series, Yu-Gi-Oh! The movie and manga, Yu-Gi-Oh! R, Yu-Gi-Oh! GX, and then I have Yu-Gi-Oh! 5Ds, but I'm missing 4 volumes right now. I should get those probably sometime later this month. Then Yu Yu Hakusho, 1 through 19, and Zombie Powder, and that is the rest of the Shonen Jump wall. So a big look at the wall. So basically from this shelf all the way to the end, that is my Shonen Jump wall. And my Shonen Jump collection makes up like half of my manga right there. So already we've seen half of my manga collection in about 5 minutes. Now the shelves next to that, this thick shelf, that's a Billy from IKEA. This is a thin Billy from IKEA. And then this is a Gnedby. And the Gnedby, I believe, is no longer made, if I'm not mistaken. But it's perfect for what I need in this case because it fills that little spot right there. Anyway, so we've got at the top of these shelves, these are all ongoing series. There's a couple things on here that are completed that I just haven't put away yet, but these are all ongoing series from other publishers aside from Viz Media's Shonen Jump imprint. So at the top we have all the bigger books, the Attack on Titan Colossal Editions and Attack on Titan tie-in stuff, Magic Knight Rayearth, the hardcover box set. We've got the Po Clan first volume hardcover, Berserk hardcovers, Blade of the Immortal hardcover, and there's a droid that I built at Galaxy's Edge in Disney World. This next row is basically just stuff that I haven't put away properly. So like some volumes of Zatch Bell, What's Michael, that needs to go in the Dark Horse completed section, a couple of Gekiga books, and then some self-print stuff. And then we get down here, and there's a couple more things that need to be put away properly. Nisekoi and We Never Learn would go in the Shonen Jump section, and Radiant 1 through 3 needs to get put somewhere as well. Then I Hear the Sunspot, and then we go into ongoing Dark Horse stuff. Drifters, Keep Your Hands Off of Eizouken, Mob Psycho 100, and the Reagan spinoff. Old Boy Volume 1, Die Dark 1 and 2, this goes into the 7 Seas stuff. Saint Seiya, Saintia Show, the only Saint Seiya spinoff that we have in English, unfortunately. Miruko-chan 1 through 3 and Smoke and Parade are my standard sized volumes from Yen Press, and then Ajin is going to end in one more volume, so that'll be moving off of this shelf pretty soon once I get the last volume. Nishijo, I have 1, 3, 4, and 5. To the Abandoned Sacred Beasts 1 through 4. And then we get to, those are vertical books, by the way, starting with Ajin. And then slightly oversized vertical books, Possums and Blood on the Tracks. And I have 1 volume of Wolfsmund, volume 7. Battle Angel Alita Mars Chronicle, 1 through 7. And these are the Kodansha books now. Fire Force, 1 through 23, Orient 1 through 3, the Shaman King Kodansha reprints, the first 3. I have the 4th one will be on the way soon. And I do have both of the Shaman King sets right now. I don't know which one I'm going to want to keep. We'll see if I want to keep both of them or what. Dead Man Wonderland Volume 1, Komi Can't Communicate, Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess. We've got the first volume of Takahashi's newest series, Mao, and a few volumes of her previous series, Rin Ni. I need to collect the rest of that and put it on my shelf with all my other Takahashi works that I'll show in a second here. VO Girl I, Volume 1. High Score Girl, Volumes 1 through 7. That one will end pretty soon as well, with just a few more volumes. Soul Eater hardcover Volumes 1, 2, 3, and 4. And those were Square Enix books, the last couple. And before that, after Shaman King, Komi, and all that, that's Viz, standard size volumes. And we get some stuff from Udon. Otherworldly Izakaya Nobu, Rosa Versailles, Stravaganza, and a couple of volumes of Kaiji from Denpa. One oversized book from Seven Seas, and that's Made in Abyss. And then we've got a few oversized series from Yen Press, Delicious in Dungeon, Solo Leveling, and Yawamushi Pedal. I only have the first 6 right now. And then from Vertical, I've got 6 of the 12 hardcovers of Mobile Suit Gundam The Origin. That goes into my Kodansha hardcovers. We've got Saint Young Men and Vinland Saga. The rest of Vinland Saga is down here. And then that goes into my Kodansha oversized paperbacks. One volume of Again, Blue Period 1 through 3, Cells at Work 1 through 5. The 6th volume I haven't gotten in yet, and once I get it, that's the last volume, and so this will move off of this shelf and on the other shelf. Cells at Work Black, I think volume 8 is the last one of that one. D. Wergelder, Golosseum 1 and 2, Grand Blue Dreaming 1 through 13, Land of the Lustrous Volume 1, To Your Eternity 1 through 14, Wave, Listen to Me 1 through 6, Welcome to the Ballroom 1 through 4, and 9. I haven't continued collecting that one. I just have some random volumes basically. Witch Hat Atelier 1 through 7, and that goes into my Viz Media oversized books, starting with the Pokemon Collector's Edition. One more of those will come out soon, and then I'll move that to the completed section. And then it goes to the Viz Signature oversized books, Asadora, Beast Complex, and Beastars, Black Lagoon, Dead Demons, DDD Destruction, Fist of the North Star, Gangsta, Golden Kamui, the rest of Golden Kamui here at the bottom, Hell's Paradise, Levius Est. I just have the first volume of Master Keaton right now. I'll need to collect the rest of that soon. Same goes for the 4 volumes of Mobile Suit Gundam Thunderbolt that I have. Number 5 by Taiyo Matsumoto, Terraformers, Ultraman 1 through 15, Way of the House Husband, World Peace, and Zom 100. And I haven't mentioned this, I don't think, but the ones that are pulled out a little bit, those are the books that I have not read yet. So I need to read a lot of stuff at this point. Now, moving over here, this is where we get to see the changes that I've really made to my library. Now, it probably looks familiar if you've seen my previous library tour video. This is my creator shelf. This is on a 5x5 Kallax shelf from IKEA. But the thing is that it used to be parallel to those shelves, the ones that have my DC and Marvel books on them. But in order to make more space after I basically ran out, I got a second of these shelves, and I turned the shelf from being parallel to being perpendicular to those and created an aisle with the 2 Kallax shelves. And that, you can see my chairs right there. This is where I sit when I film, is right between that aisle. And at the back there are the shelves back here with all my Marvel, DC comics and stuff. And then there's another comic shelf over here with like Image and Valiant and stuff, and then some action figures over there. Now, this shelf is pretty much the same as it was before. It's organized by last name of a lot of my favorite creators, and then their works are organized then in chronological order. And I know where I'm missing stuff. Like I know that I don't have Heroic Legend of Arslan just yet, but I do have for my Arakawa section, Full Metal Alchemist, the hardcovers, and I've left plenty of room for the last 4 volumes that'll come in pretty soon. And then Silver Spoon, and we get to the Araki section. I've got a lot of stuff by Araki that is not available in English. I have some art books and some other books that are from Japan. I do have the English editions of some stuff of his by like Bao and the Rohan at the Louvre. But then we have all of the hardcovers of parts 1 through 4 of JoJo's, and the 2 volumes of Thus Spoke Rohan Kishibe. And then down here we have the JoJo light novels. These are all in Japanese, even though they have English spines. And then we get to the Inio Asano section. What a Wonderful World, Nijihara Holograph, Solonin and the Epilogue, Goodnight Punpun, Girl on the Shore, Downfall, and then that brings us to Takehiko Inoue's section. I have the Spanish edition of Chameleon Jail, one of his earliest works that's not available in English, and the first volume in Japanese of Slam Dunk. And Slam Dunk is my favorite manga of all time, so one of my friends brought me a Japanese copy of the book from Japan when he was there on a work trip, and then there's the rest of Slam Dunk in English, all 31 volumes. Buzzer Beater, that one is in Japanese as well. Vagabond Vizbigs, volume 1 through 12, and Real, volumes 1 through 14, and I've left a little space there for volume 15 when it comes out. Now, Uzumaki, Gyo, Tomie, Fragments of Horror, Shiver, Frankenstein, Smashed, Love Sickness, Venus in the Blind Spot, Reminad, No Longer Human, Junji Ito's Cat Diary, and Dissolving Classroom. These are all my Junji Ito books. I do have Censor coming in pretty soon. I don't have it in the library just yet, but I do have a copy coming in. Then we've got, after the Ito section, is the Taiyo Matsumoto section with Tek on Kincrete, Ping Pong, Sunny, and Cats of the Louvre. And I do need to get Go-Go Monster and Blue Spring, and I'm hoping that those two get reprinted sometime soon. Then we go to the Tsutomu Nihei section, starting with Blam, then by Omega, Abara, Knights of the Zodiac, and once Opossums finishes being published physically in English, because it did recently end in Japan, I will move that series over here as well. Then we move over to the Rumiko Takahashi section, starting with a couple volumes of Rumik Theater and one volume of the Rumik World Trilogy. That goes into Urusei Yatsura. Now, I know Urusei Yatsura, unlike the other stuff on this shelf, is not done yet, and neither is its neighbor over here with Meisonikoku. Now, I definitely don't have enough room for the rest of each of those series because Urusei Yatsura is going to be 17 volumes and Meisonikoku, I think, is 10. But I needed to move them over here because of space constraints on the other shelf with all my ongoing stuff. So I'll figure it out when I need to. Mermaid Saga, volumes 1 and 2, Ranma 1/2, 1 through 36, 1 Pound Gospel 1 through 4, and the Viz Big editions of Inuyasha, the entire series in 18 volumes. And that brings us down to the bottom of this shelf. Monster 1 through 9 perfect editions. This is all the Naoki Urasawa stuff, 20th Century Boys and 21st Century Boys. Pluto, Mujirushi, and Sneeze. And once I do collect the Master Keaton volumes, I will move that over here as well, move some more stuff around. And I also have Pineapple Army will be coming pretty soon. I was expecting to have it in the mail today, but it didn't come in, so hopefully pretty soon I'll be able to show that in my next haul video. So then, after all the creator-specific sections, that goes to the Viz signature stuff, starting with the Drifting Classroom hardcovers, then going into Dorohedoro, and that moves into Fire Punch, and then the first few volumes of Ikigami. Now, moving around to the other side of the shelves here, let's back up a little so I can show you all what it looks like. I have the first row is all action figures, both on that side and both sides of this second Kalax shelf. And those figures used to be on top of the shelves over here, but moving things around, basically I moved the paperbacks from like Marvel, DC, and stuff over here. And don't worry about the windows. Like these are total blackout curtains, so there's no light at all that penetrates through, and I don't have to worry about these being damaged. I just open the windows when I'm filming just to give me some light. Anyway, so I moved all that over here. It gave me plenty of space to move things around on these shelves, and it cleared up the tops and stuff when I moved all the action figures over here. I like the way they look, but eventually I probably will move them back over there whenever I fill these shelves out again. So anyway, moving down here, we have the rest of Ikigami, Not Simple, Ron in the Grey World, Tenjo Tenge, Tokyo Ghoul, and Tokyo Ghoul Re. And then we get into some of the non-signature Viz books. So Aqua Knight, this is the Viz Select series of Cobra, Legend of Zelda Legendary Editions, Legend of Zelda Link to the Past, Mai the Psychic Girl, Neon Genesis Evangelion, and the old Pokemon series. Electric Tale of Pikachu was actually the first manga that I ever read back in the 90s. My grandpa gave me my first manga that I ever started my collection in 2003, but the first manga I ever read was a single issue of Electric Tale of Pikachu. Here's the other two Pokemon volumes down here, and we've got Banana Fish, Cross Game, Excel Saga, Flame of Rekka, and I'm just missing one volume, volume 29, Hide and Closer, and the rest of Hide and Closer next to Magi, O Parts Hunter, and that goes into the Kodansha books with Animal Land, Parasite, and Seven Deadly Sins, and the rest of Seven Deadly Sins is down here. Then an oversized Kodansha series, Inuyashiki, and then we've got some Kodansha hardcovers with Akira and Battle Angel Alita, and the Akira box set is over behind that couch there, you can see it, or behind the chair. I just use it for storage. I like to have the books out on the shelf. And then Battle Angel Alita Last Order, Ghost in the Shell, the hardcover box set, and the last of my Kodansha oversized stuff is the Sailor Moon Eternal editions. And then that goes over here. On this side, we have my vertical books, starting with Flowers of Evil, and then Pink, She and Her Cat, and Tropic of the Sea. And then Yen Press books, we have Seven Little Sons of the Dragon and Skullface bookseller Honda-san. And then after that, we have a few series from Seven Seas, Afro Samurai, Devilman, and these single issues are single issues of Shin Devilman, published by Verotic Comics back in like the 90s. Devilman Grimoire, Devilman vs. Hades, High Rise Invasion, just waiting on that last volume. It's going to be coming out pretty soon. Magical Girl Apocalypse, Super Sentai Himitsu Sentai Goranger by Shotaro Ishinomori, Speed Racer Mach Go Go Go, The Walking Man. Now we've gotten into some other publishers and stuff, so Fantagraphics books right here with Dementia 21 and Otherworld Barbara, and then we go into the completed Dark Horse section with Hellsing, Gigantomaxia, the H.P. Lovecraft books by Go Tanabe, I Am a Hero, and the rest of I Am a Hero, and then Tony Takazaki's Neon Genesis Evangelion, and that leads us into the end of the Dark Horse stuff, which is Trigun, Trigun Maximum, and Trigun Multiple Bullets, and now we go to the Tokyo Pop stuff, so Battle Royale. So Battle Royale Ultimate Edition 1 through 3, I do not have 4 and 5. One day, I hope to get those crazily hard to find books. Beat X, I have all but 14. Cowboy Bebop, the manga box set, Furikuri 1 and 2, GTO, the early years 1 through 15. And then over here, underneath my cell phone, we have GTO, the not so early years, 1 through 25. GTO 14 Days in Shonen, 1 through 9. Then Harlem Beat, 1 through 9. This was published originally under Mix. Eventually Mix became Tokyo Pop, and Tokyo Pop renamed the series as Rebound. And they published the rest of it across 18 volumes. And we've got Love Hina, Planets, Priest, Rave Master, the rest of Rave Master, Rose Hip Rose and Rose Hip Zero, both of which are by the same creator as GTO, Samurai Deeper Kyo, that entire series right here, Scried or Escried, I Love Halloween, and then over here we've got some stuff from other publishers, Cromartie High School, Now, Super Dimensional Love Gun, Children of Mootown, The Troublemakers, The Minamata Story, and I Saw It, which was a single issue comic by the same creator as Barefoot Gen. And that basically concludes the manga tour, but there are a couple volumes over on the other side here with my Western comics, with my DC book specifically, and that is the Bat Manga by Jiro Kawada. So that concludes this look at my manga library. So let's just take a quick glance around. Just a little tour so you can see next to the window, I've created a little aisle here, and this, it's very walkable, it's very passable. Here's my little reading lounge. I've got a chair, little lamp that I can use, very comfortable couch, another chair there, and this is where I sit when I am filming, so you can see that this is usually the angle that you'll see me between the two shelves, with the other shelves behind me. And there's plenty of room for me to walk in between those shelves. And there's plenty of room for me to walk in between these shelves as well without any issue. I was moving stuff around at the very top up there, so I needed the step stool. And then there's this little area over here. Now, what am I going to do as I fill out the rest of my library? What is the plan? Well, let me show you all basically what I'm going to be doing. I mentioned already a few series over here that are going to be ending soon that will be moving into the concluded manga section. Those will be like Possums. High Score Girl only has a few volumes left. Let's see. The Mobile Suit Gundam Origins, I just need to collect the rest of the other 6 hardcovers, and that'll be done. Both of the Cells at Work series will be done pretty soon. Gollyseum is only 5 volumes, so I can just buy those and finish that one off at some point in the near future. And let's see. Pokemon, of course, 1 more volume there. Golden Kamui, I don't know how many volumes it'll be, but I know that it is ending soon in Japan, and Hell's Paradise, I believe, is only 13 volumes. Levius Est is only 2 more volumes, and Master Keaton is a lot more material, but it is done. So that one can move at some point in the near future. So all of those series are going to come off of this shelf. And basically, once I remove all those things, what I'm going to do is consolidate and move this skinny shelf here, not the one at the end, but the one right here, and move that over to join with my section of Shonen Jump books. In the Shonen Jump section, I need more space over there because there's still a lot more stuff that's going to go in there. And the most books that I buy every month of new stuff comes from Shonen Jump. So I need to have that space, especially because you can see from up here, like I've almost used the entirety of the tops of those shelves. So I'm going to need more space over here at some point in the near future. And that's even with removing Slam Dunk to put it over in the Takehiko Inoue section over here. So, you know, I'm running out of space there. So that's the first plan. The action figures at the tops of the shelves over here, as I add things onto the completed shelves, those will go back on top of the shelves over here. And eventually what I'm going to do is get more of those shelf extenders like I have over here and put those up on the tops of those shelves so I can have that synergy of those extenders all the way across everywhere. And it leaves enough room at the top next to the vaulted ceiling that I could, if I need to, put the action figures on top. I have enough space to do that. So that's my plan, is that I'll have the figures laying on top of there, and that will give me enough room to expand above where I am now, because you can see that while I have some space to expand with my X-Men comics, I'm running out of space with the Marvel stuff, and I have a decent amount of space with the DC, especially since I've cleared that shelf out for action figures. I can expand into that shelf as I need to. So that will give me a lot more space, but once I run out of space there, oh, and I also have plenty of space back here. I have like an open cube there, these 5 cubes with the action figures on it. This cube is going to wind up being open pretty soon as well. So there's going to be a lot of space there as well, but I also have space to put some short shelves right here at this half wall. That's a balcony going down to our living room, so I can have probably 3 short shelves right there, and then I can have another short shelf kind of catty corner to this one. And I also have this space right here where I could put a shorter shelf, or I can move that X-Men poster and have a tall shelf right here and just have my thermostat in between the 2 tall shelves. So I have plenty of room to grow, and that's basically when people ask, like, how do you not run out of space? Moving things around, building up, like going on top of shelves and stuff, and utilizing the space in the middle of the floor. I know not everyone has that kind of space. Like, not everyone has a big room like this that they can use, and I have not had a big room like this that I could use until really like a few months ago, when my wife was like, hey, I want you to move your stuff into this area instead of being in there because we want to use that room for a media room. I was like, okay, cool. It gives me plenty of space to grow into. So yeah, that's it. This is the library. I hope that this was a really entertaining tour of my library. I hope that this was fun to see, not just what I have in my collection, but how I've organized it and how I plan to grow and the changes that I've made. Thank you so much. Before I sign off here, I want to say thank you for spending the time with me. I hope that it was fun to get to take a look around with me and see how my collection has not just grown, but how it's evolved in time, and how I plan on evolving as time goes on further and I have more things come in. And thank you so much for all of the support that everyone watching gives me in this channel, and you know, and watching me and having interest in me talking about the things that I love about. I really appreciate all the support that I've gotten. And, you know, we'll continue to see this collection grow. I don't know how long it'll take me to get to, you know, 4,000, 5,000 volumes and beyond, but we'll celebrate when we get there, I guess. And until then, again, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all on the next one. Peace out.